Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to I think I went up maybe 12, 13 subscribers in the last 2 days since I posted my last 2 videos. But yes, I just want to thank you guys for that. But Kenya Moore, she's on Watch What Happens Live a couple of days ago. And Andy asked her, did you get, would you have wanted to get invited to Porsha's wedding? And, Kenya being shady like she always is. Kenya's being shady, talking about, yeah, she would have liked to have gone for the free food and the drinks and the this and the that. And it's like, Kenya, why would you have even wanted to go into her wedding in the first place? She doesn't like you. Anyway, watch the clip. Watch the clip of Kenya being shady towards Porsha's wedding.
Kenya, was there any part of you that wished that you received an invite to Porsha and Simon's wedding?
And when was the last time you saw or spoke to Porsha?
Any part of you that wished you got an invite to Porsha's wedding?
That's a good one. I would have liked to have gone, probably, yeah. Just
good time?
Yeah,
seemed like a spectacle.
Time, free drinks, free food.
Right. You went to Teresa's wedding?
I did. Her wedding was incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah, but we're friends.
Yes. Right. When was the last time you spoke to Porsha? That last reunion?
Let's see, what time is it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not for a long time.
Right.
So as you can see, Kenya's talking about, yeah, I would have loved to have gone to her wedding for the free food and the free drinks. Like, why not? And then you got Andy in the, co-signing or whatever. But it's like, Kenya, why do you even want to go? Just be like, no, to be honest. I just wish Kenya sometimes could just give a straight up answer. Like, you know what? I wish her the best, but we're not friends, so I didn't even really expect an invite. All this, free food and that. Like, girl, stop. But I mean, I can't even blame Kenya for that, because a lot of times I don't even want to go places half the time until I know it's going to be free food and drinks and all that other stuff. Not in a weird way, but I am more like a homebody. And sometimes, even me, sometimes, I don't even like planning to do things too far ahead. Unless it's a concert or something you really have to buy tickets to. If a friend or somebody's like, hey, you want to do this in 2 weeks? I'm like, I don't want to give you a definite answer because I might not want to go. You know what I'm trying to say? The weather might be bad, and then it's just I might just not want to even go. My mood might change, or I might not have gotten enough sleep that day and I already made a promise, whatever. But Kenya is being just shady in general. Sorry, y'all. I'm drinking a smoothie and my throat is Kenya is being shady in general, though. I would have gone for the food, but Andy's like, you went to Teresa's wedding? Yeah, because they actually get along. They're cool. Porsha and Kenya, they were fine. They were fine, but it was that whole Bolo season. What was that, season 13? And Kenya just kind of started picking with Porsha again. And Porsha's like, this is what we're doing. We were fine. Especially after they had their babies, they were good. They were kind of bonding over motherhood and being, new mothers. They both have daughters. And you just got Kenya just kind of nitpicking with Porsha that whole season. I think it just kind of took them 20 steps backwards. They were already, didn't really get along like that, but they kind of were able to tolerate each other here and there. But I think after that whole Bolo season, Porsha was just I'm done with this bitch. I'm done with her. But, I don't know. Kenya's just shady. And you guys got to be careful. Again, kind of relating to the last video I posted. Be careful who you surround yourself with. And I honestly think, sometimes Kenya can be, here come probably the Kenya Moore fans. To some extent, they all are a little bit of attention seeking, but I feel like Kenya can kind of be that person sometimes where she just wants to go somewhere just to say she was there. I honestly feel like Kenya would have gone to Porsha's wedding just to be like, yeah, I'm here, and just for the photo ops and the this and the that. Even if you look at her at Teresa's wedding, a lot of them were taking photos and being funny and silly, but it was just Kenya is very she's that friend to where you have to really kind of have a voice of your own too, because Kenya can be, her personality and just the way she is can be very overpowering. It can be a little my way or no way sometimes. But if you look at the videos from Teresa's wedding, Kenya is very they're even all, it's she's walking with Cynthia, Chanel Ayan from Real Housewives of Dubai and a couple other housewives, and they're being silly on the camera and making videos, and they're doing model walks and strutting, and Kenya's get out my way and moving. Kenya can be very just look at me sometimes. So I feel her going to Porsha's wedding would have just been for the stunts in the shows, rather than her really going to support Porsha and turn over a new leaf and everything else like that. We ain't even going to get into Porsha's wedding, you know, whatever. If she's happy, then, you know, but because a lot of us didn't even think Porsha was going to get married. So the fact that she even got married, you know, let me just hush my mouth about that. But I don't know. I don't think that comment was necessary, Kenya. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you weren't going to get invited anyway. Why would you have even wanted to get invited? You guys are too grown. Like, stop being around people that you don't like. Stop being around people that you just aren't friends with. Stop being around people that you just aren't cool with, that you can't tolerate. Like, we are in crazy times nowadays, and it's like, do you need to really be careful with who you surround yourself with? Like, why would Porsha want you there on her special day? Why would Porsha even want you there on her day when you're a hater? Like, for them, not saying Kenya is a hater. Don't come for me, y'all. I'm saying, like, Kenya, like, she's a hater. When it comes to Porsha, like, Kenya is a hater. Like, they don't get along, they don't like each other, and why would Porsha want you there? Let me know what you guys think. Kenya also touched on the fact that she didn't like how the ladies treated Wendy on the Real Housewives of Potomac, the whole Miami trip, how they kind of ganged up on her and iced her out, which I did like that she kind of spoke up for Wendy, even though she did say she's friends with Giselle and things like that. She was like, she didn't like how they kind of like ganged up on Wendy. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Porsha could have been a bigger person and invited her? But she also invited Kandi. People were in the comments like, oh, well, Porsha invited Kandi because Porsha likes Kandi. I also feel like Porsha, to be honest, after the whole Phaedra thing that happened, like season 10, season 9, I think Porsha really was just trying to get on Kandi's good side. And I feel like Porsha is friends with Kandi as long as Kandi is friends with her, if that makes any sense. Like, the ball is more so in Kandi's court, and I'm surprised that Kandi kind of like forgave Porsha in a way. Like, it's kind of weird that Kandi kind of just was like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I see why she probably could have forgiven Porsha, because maybe she wasn't as close of friends with Porsha as she was with Phaedra. So it's like, sometimes it's kind of like, all right, Phaedra, you should have known better than to do that. We have history. So, you know, F you, Phaedra, I'm done with you. Wash my hands with you. Porsha, she's probably a little more forgiving towards Porsha because they weren't as close. And, you know, the way the narrative was going was that Phaedra put the battery in Porsha's back. So who knows? But she didn't even invite Phaedra. Did you guys see that Phaedra wasn't even at the wedding? I don't know. That whole dynamic is kind of weird too. Like, and even when they were on the show, a lot of people kept saying, like, Nene would say, Kandi would say that Phaedra and Porsha's relationship was just for show. Like, they aren't really good friends like that. It was just like convenient friendship. And you saw how fast it dwindled after Phaedra left the show. And they would ask both of them here and there, like, oh, are you friends with Porsha? Are you friends with Phaedra? Like, they would both get asked the question. And the answer was always just kind of like this politically correct answer. Like, I haven't seen her in a while, but we're good. We text here and there. Y'all aren't friends. Like, you live in Atlanta. Like, Porsha's always out. Phaedra's always out. Y'all haven't gone and gotten dinner together. Like, trust me, these reality show girls, when they're hanging out and doing things, they're going to let it be known. Like, they're going to show you who they're with, what they're doing, where they're at. They're going to let it be known. Cynthia's back. I'm kind of rambling now, y'all, but Cynthia's back in the loop with Atlanta, and she's posting every time she goes out, hangs out. She just was at Sheree's birthday party. I think like last night or 2 days ago, Cynthia Bailey, Kandi, and Shamia, the three of them went out to dinner in like Nobu or something like that. So let me know what you guys think. Porsha did not have to invite Kenya at all, but Porsha was just not hanging out, but they took a photo. Again, like, they took a photo at one of the Escape concerts that happened in Atlanta. I guess like Kandi and Escape and all them, they're touring. And there's a photo of Phaedra and Porsha. They took a picture and everybody's like, oh my God. But it's like, Porsha just got married. Phaedra wasn't even at the wedding, so cut it out. Like, they're not friends, but I don't think there's beef. So I think that's kind of what it is. They're not friends, but there's no beef. Let me know what you guys think. They're also filming for the season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta has been a big snooze. And I've just kind of been like disappointed. I haven't even really been keeping up with, like, when Housewives of Atlanta went off last season. What was that, season 14? I didn't even watch the reunion. Like, I saw like little clips here and there online, but I didn't even watch the reunion. Like, it just wasn't even worth my time. Like, it just was just like, for what? Like, the show was just like, I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. There's supposed to be like maybe 1 or 2 new cast members on the show. for Atlanta this season, season 15. There was Janelle Stevens. I think she owns like a hair care line or whatever, but it looks like she might have like dropped off. You don't even see her in the pictures anymore. And then there's another lady filming. I think her name is like Courtney. So we'll see when that comes on, y'all. I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.